Hello, Dr. Duke here with another episode of Right Makes Might, and we're coming to you today from Shawano, Wisconsin, where little tiny Wisconsin community is beginning to make big national news. Shawano now, Police Chief Mark Cole of Shawano wants to fine moms and dads $366 every time a child behaves like a bully, and the second offense would cost a family $681. Now, it's true that the school system in Shawano didn't necessarily bring this to the fore. It's not their initiative. Although, of course, one of the reasons behind it is teachers and school administrators don't feel they have enough power to punish kids adequately for bullying off campus. What's interesting about this is that who gets to define what bullying is? Do we really want the chief of police, the city administrators of Shawano, in conjunction with reports from teachers and school administrators about what goes on in the playground, about what some child may tell a teacher happened after school the day before when there were no other witnesses? Do we really want a city official with way too much time on his hands to start fining parents for the behavior of their kids that may or may not be verified? Who gets to define what bullying is? And let me go one step further. If we're going to play this game now in the name of anti-bullying legislation, how about we start fining the schools? How about we have, as parents, the right to fine schools for failure to educate our kids? How about we get the right to assess a certain, let's say $366 every time a kid comes home with an inappropriate lesson in sexuality, every time a kid is forced to listen to some political diatribe under the name of education that's not been tipped off beforehand? How about we charge them $366 for that? How about every time a kid is browbeaten by school administrators into adopting the latest politically correct notion with regards to things like transgender bathrooms? How about that? How about we be allowed to fine schools for their bullying? And I think this is the main thing. Our schools have been bullying our kids for a long time. In fact, I would argue the single biggest bully on any high school, middle school, elementary school campus is not the little teeny bopper who's shaking down kids for lunch money. It's an entire school entity, starting at the federal government in Washington, D.C. with nonsense like Common Core, Fed Ed, meaningless high-stakes tests. How about that? How about we simply charge $366 every time one of our kids takes a meaningless high-stakes test that has no impact whatsoever on how that teacher teaches that child? I think if we started to do that, if we went after the real bullies in public schools, we could rake in a whole bunch of money. I'll go one step further. Shouldn't we be allowed to demand an immediate refund of 20 years of real estate taxes going to pay for education whenever teachers have inappropriate sexual contact with kids? How about that? How about we moms and dads have the ability to claim back our taxpayer money or to fine the schools? It doesn't go into the city, it doesn't become part of the civil lawsuit. Let the civil lawsuit take place. Let the sex offending teacher be put in jail, lose their job. But I still think if we're going to go this route, over and above that, we should allow parents to reclaim years and years and years of property taxes gone to feed these ridiculously bullying and inappropriate schools. I'll give you an example. Washington Post just reported that for the year 2014, 781 reported cases of sexual contact between teachers and children. That's a lot of money that could come back to parents. Let's play the game equally. We're going to allow city officials, an out-of-control police chief, to start assessing tickets and fines for behavior that didn't even necessarily happen on school campuses, right? Fine parents for that. If we're going to do it, let us, the taxpayer, the moms and dads, the people who pay for both the police department and our schools, let us begin to assess fines on the incredibly inappropriate behavior of overreaching city administrators and a school system that has got way too much time on its hands. Spend less time worrying about what's going on with our kids outside of class and teach them how to read and write. How about that, right? I've got my little ticket pad ready to go. I'm ready to start writing the first citations. Man, for every $366 the schools rake in, we moms and dads are going to rake in hundreds of thousands. Bring it on, Shawano. Let's make this the law of the land.
This is Right Makes Might with Dr. Duke.